Hello everybody, here I am again. I'm just going to introduce where my past comes from. So if you look to the right, you'll see that when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time going through being in competitions, beauty competitions, where I won quite a few competitions. And then as I progressed, I was a model, and the photos that you see here is me modelling the winning hairstyle for Colin Ford. Then you will go through, and I graduated from university in counselling. Then there's another photo of my picture of me in the TV3 interview where they interviewed a clairvoyant on the Rugby World Cup, which I correctly um, predicted. And then we go into the photo of myself when I use as a PR photo for my seminars on Atlantis and spiritual development, both in New Zealand and Australia. And during this time too, I did some of these fairs, spiritual fairs, and you can see an aura photo that was done in 1990, and you can see that I have what my aura is around me, which is blue is communication and pink is a lot to do with love, and also beyond that you can see two guides who are standing beside me. The last picture I've got is a picture of myself as when I had the spiritual shop in Browns Bay, which I did a lot of readings and helped a lot of people, bought Native American Indian genuine indigenous um, gifts and also dream catchers, things that were authentic to the Native American Indian people. So now I will go into and talk to you about my near-death experience. As you've seen in the past, that I was just an ordinary person. Well, ordinary. I always pushed the buttons and I was a rebel. However, as life progressed, I actually had got pregnant. So um, when I came to actually, before I went into labour, I had quite a few complications, and it ended up into a major hospital and a team of about five um, different doctors around me. But at that point, it was pretty dire. I was in and out of consciousness. Anyway, as soon as I got into the hospital, the main hospital, I sort of relaxed and let everybody do their thing. And then I was given lots of injections and things like that. I can't remember. I was actually in a sort of labour, I think. But I just lost consciousness, and the next thing you know, I was in this waiting room, or should I say, and the only picture that's very, very close to what I was seeing was the one that you see on the left, and that also has described to me in the future of when I'm walking down into the Akashic records to talk to the people in the libraries of the Akashic records. So, and that's the only picture that I found that's sort of similar to that, but being in, I sort of transcended into what was like a white light, and it appeared to be like a waiting room or in between worlds. That's all I can say. It was in between the worlds, and I was there, and I sort of thought, yeah, I had that feeling that I was waiting, and then this whole new world just seemed to open in front of me. I was neither in the past nor in the future. I was sort of just enveloped in this light and this warmth and this overall love. So and then sort of I went, oh, um, I'm supposed to be alive. I'm supposed to be having a child. And a voice said to me, you can come or you can go back. And then I had this sort of like conversation with myself. How can I go when I am going to give birth to my daughter? I knew it was my daughter because I had that scan. And they said, you do have a choice. I said, well, this is not a choice as far as I can see. I have to go back, and I can't leave my child it's, on her own. So it was like, and I didn't want to leave the light, and it was like I was there for I don't know how long in spirit, because there's no time and space in spirit. It felt like I was there for a lifetime. And I actually saw my ultra self, or should I say this pinky white light that I knew was me in the overall oversoul of me, and that I was just a replica of myself, or should I say that I was having an experience in this world that was part of me in the whole, but then separate in a separate lifetime. So all those things sort of came to me, and it was like the veil had been pushed aside. There was no more veil between this world and the next world, and all these things were going through my head. Well, if but I want to go home, but I can't. And so I was actually a little bit angry, because I was thinking, I want to go home. That's what I felt. I want to go home. I want to stay in this blissful oneness, and have no pain and the pain of this world. But also the voice said, you can make a difference. You can speak and help others in this situation. So then the next thing, I was down back in my body. So, and then I had to continue with my life. So since then, I I guess I came back with everything that I had learnt, and as time progressed, I learnt that I could see spirit, and all the knowledge that I was given, and I was in meditation a lot, and as also my daughter grew up and as well, but I was doing lots of meditation, so I guess I meditated a lot to get all the knowledge into my brain like a computer, bring it in and get a file, and put a file on that and a file on this and a file on the other. I chose to learn from spirit rather than find out from someone else. And so I just asked the questions and got the answers. And basically, that's how I learned, and step by step. And they taught me about discernment. They taught me about listening to the first voice, because the second voice is yourself, your mind that is telling you, and in misbelief, because you're in duality, so you're going to question everything. So always listen to the first light, that is us. So that's just my experience, and to begin with, but this has opened me up to everything. So there are other beings that, or should I say other spiritual beings out there that come to me, and I just listen to them. Yes, discernment is the key, because if we go to the highest sense of ourselves, or the highest that is connected to all, the collective, then we'll always be true. And really, I'm here to find justice and truth, and for the good of all. Thank you. So after this time, I wrote down a lot, I channeled a lot, and brought out a spiritual development book, which is on Amazon.com. I've also put a book out there on Atlantis, because I was showing these things, my past lives, and all different, which I will share with you as I progress, in the different videos I will do. So if you have any questions about your near-death experience or your connection, I'm only happy to help, and that can be done in another time. Thank you for listening. Hello, everyone. I'd just like to introduce myself. I've been doing this work. I'm a psychic medium, been doing this work for approximately 45 years. I have my own client base and I do readings from home and email readings and energy readings if you want to go to my website. I'd like to explain I work with two guides, although there's 5 of them, but at the moment there's White Cloud on the left and D'Artagnan on the right. And down below you will see that I promote the universal laws and I talk about them as well. That's in one of my videos.